Welcome to Espresso Yourself, the podcast where mom life, running life, and teaching life collide.
We're three women juggling lesson plans, long runs, and real life chaos, sharing honest conversations about motherhood, miles, and making a difference in and out of the classroom.
Whether you're listening on a run, in the carpool line, or hiding out with your coffee, you're in the right place.
So lace up,
Tune in,
And let's do life together.
welcome back to Espresso Yourself. This week we are doing the usual, catching up and seeing how summer is continuing to go. I feel like this week is kind of like a dead week. I don't know how to explain that. And I don't have a whole lot to catch up on. And I feel like we as a group haven't had like anything too big or like exciting that we're like, oh, I can't wait to tell you this or that.
Oh, wait.
Mine is I know Becky, except for you are traveling out of town because you have your wedding. So that is huge. But like from what's happened since the last, I feel like we don't have a whole lot. But yes, I'm excited to hear about your travels and your wedding coming up.
So let me just start off. There have been like a ton of storms. So I traveled back home to the suburbs of Chicago for one of my friends from undergrad. My husband keeps saying you could just say college. I was like, I know, but like we both have undergrad, we both have masters, like we both, so like meeting new people, you have to distinguish where you know the person from. So I've known her for 20 years, 20 years. And we, so I traveled back home to Chicago, and there have been a ton of storms here, like power outages, like all that stuff. So I flew on Wednesday with my 4-year-old, and it was like everything was on time. My mom kept saying, "Are you guys going to be delayed?" My in-laws were like, "Are you guys going to be delayed?" No, not delayed at all coming out of Florida. But when we were on the plane, very smooth ride, and they were like, "Actually, we can't touch down in Chicago because there's a whole bunch of storms, so we're going to reroute." So we were up in the air an extra hour. Like as we were descending through the clouds, through the storm, there was turbulence, and my 4-year-old was like, "Oh, this is cool." He's like, he loved it. Who loves turbulence? He does. So we thought, isn't it crazy? Like he was like, this is so cool. So we got here, and like all was fine by the time we touched the ground. But then starting yesterday, it was like go, go, go. I so I'm here for an Indian wedding, which is 3 days long. So we had a religious thing yesterday that I went to for her, and then they had lunch. That was like the best Indian food that I have ever had. But the funny thing was, there's probably like two white people, all of the old Indian ladies. They kept coming up to me and they were saying, "Now, like, this is spicy. This is spicy. Are you okay with this?" It was all homemade food. And I was like, "Thank you so much for checking in on me because I am white and cannot handle the Indian spice." But it was so good. It was so good. So, but then, like, from there, I went to go pick up my husband from the airport. Then we had to go. So tonight they do some, I don't know if it's like religious. I'll like be able to report more back next week about it. But like there's a whole bunch of performances, like 15 or 20 performances tonight. My family members and bridesmaids and groomsmen and like all that stuff. So I'm in the bridesmaids like skit about how the bride and the groom met. So we'd like had to do like I had to do some like Indian dances for that, which was so cool to learn. So we did that, and then there was a welcome party at a brewery. And so I was gone like from morning until night, probably like 13 hours yesterday. In addition to like the only solid thing I know that I'm doing, no matter what, making time for it, is running with my old run partner. So we got in between yesterday and today 11 miles of like sweet time to talk. And let me tell you, like Southwest Florida right now is 90 degrees, probably like 80 degrees when I run, even at 6 o'clock in the morning. Yes, Katie knows this. Yes, and like 95% humidity. Okay,
Yes.
so like I'm wearing a sweatshirt right now because I feel cold. It's like 65 degrees.
It's been chilly up here in general
Yeah,
the last couple
yeah.
days.
Yeah, and that's what I've heard and like experienced. I didn't even bring any pants. Like I only have like skirts and dresses and like whatever, but I was not prepared. I brought a couple of sweatshirts, but I just was not prepared. It's really nice out. But that like helped. I was like, "Oh my gosh, I ran 4 miles without stopping yesterday because it was 60 degrees and only like 60% humidity." I was like a brand new person. You
You're like,
barely
I
even sweat.
actually am fast. I'm not
Yes.
slow.
Yes. I thought, oh my gosh, look how quickly she finished. And she goes, Becky, I'm so slow. And I was like, no, you don't get it. This is great. This is so good. So I was able to run with her yesterday and today, and then I have a little bit of time today. So we're going to go to like a children's like museum. Well, there's a lot of, it's like perfect for Tyler, who's 4. It's just a lot of interactive play. And she also has an almost 5-year-old, so she's gonna bring him, and they'll finally meet. Wow, I love the car wash. Mom, yes, you can't touch it.
Aw.
It's right. Oh, it's gonna break. I just broke it.
None.
You're so rude. I'm sorry.
Mommy.
You're not. I am sorry.
Boys come over.
He had Legos he made and
Mhm.
showed her, and she picked it up. And he said, "You're not supposed to touch it. You'll break it." And as she gave it back, it broke. Kind of like what
It
happened with
broke.
It's
Haze's
Legos. It's Legos. It
Wicked
can be
Legos that
rebuilt.
I.
So now he's upset.
I'm sorry.
Mhm. Oh yeah,
Which one?
you can't
Yeah.
see him. It's her little
Yeah.
one that's
I know which girl.
right there.
Yeah. Whoopsies.
Oh.
Oh, we did
Oh
that
well.
once. Except for it was a full like giant
So
Wicked setup, and I broke it because we were bouncing the ball back and forth, and then I had to rebuild it all.
so
Mom.
with all the Indian wedding stuff going on, is tonight the night that y'all do like the henna? Like y'all draw the
Yes.
henna?
Okay. Listen, I'm so excited, and I'm gonna take a picture and send like the bride. She and her sister and like I guess family members on Wednesday did had a henna party. Okay.
Mhm.
She has like all on the back of her hand, all the way to like mid arm, like right before the elbow. And then on the front of her palm and like all the way down here on both sides. Yeah. So her henna was took from 9 to 5. Like working 9 to 5. One lady, free. She could be a tattoo artist. Free-handed all of this intricate henna on her feet, and then like as like she's supposed to put the groom's name like letters all over, and he's supposed to find his name like woven into this design. It's incredible. It's incredible artistry. I can't believe I've never had henna done before. So I'm gonna have it on the back of my hand and then on the front, like on both sides. I'm
It'll
so pumped.
still when we record next week, I'm sure we'll still see like remnants of it. Like you'll send us pictures, but like it lasts so long.
Yes, it does. She said hers will last like a week or so. And yeah, hers is so intricate. Yeah, it's incredible. So I don't I don't like really know everything that's gonna go on tonight, but I do know there's gonna be an open bar and dinner. So um that's that's gonna be great. And I for this skit that we're doing, I am the narrator, and like I start reading and I move into teacher mode. They're looking at me like, "Why are you reading it that way?" And I'm like, "Teach kindergarten, okay?" I just listen. It's fine. It's gonna be great. It's gonna tell the story of the bride and the groom and how they met, and it's gonna be great. So they were like appreciative, but I've never met these people before, so it's yeah, it's gonna be so interesting today and tomorrow, and because tomorrow the wedding starts at 10:30, 5:30 is my time to start getting makeup done. So
Wait, in the morning?
yes,
5 a.m.
yes, yes. I know. I know.
I mean, I'll be running at that time, so I'll be up
Uh-huh.
too, but I'll be like, that's running time, that's not makeup
Okay,
Makeup
time
but
for
time.
a
also,
wedding? That's
How
yes,
many
crazy.
how many
makeup
people do they have to
and
get
then
ready?
hair. 11 or 12. And I think there's one hair and makeup artist for the bride and her sister, and then two others for everyone else. But listen,
Gosh.
it's also my birthday tomorrow, and I'm not giving up
Yes.
my birthday miles.
I
So you're gonna have to get up so
know.
early.
so 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 early.
So basically, you will not be staying awake to watch
Dang.
off campus.
I'm sorry. I,
Did
no,
did you watch any of it?
I wasn't able to. You know what? So this week, listen, I did not know what day of the week any day of this week was. I took Carson and a friend to Busch Gardens on Monday, and I sat there while they were on rides, like over and over and over again. And I was like, what day is it? And I was like, oh, it's Monday. I, I was like, every single day this week, I couldn't remember what day of the week it was. So even today, I couldn't remember it was Friday. Like I knew we were recording, but I just couldn't remember it was Friday. I had no clue. I'm so thrown off by everything. So it's yeah. It's so no. I thought I was gonna get it done. I thought I understood the assignment.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Totally unrelated from off campus. But I know if I don't say it now while it's on my mind, I'm gonna forget. And I can't believe I didn't share this with you guys last week, but I think we started with baseball and then we just got on that whole tangent of youth sports and like we were like crunched on time for anything else.
Mhm.
Um, my principal is taking another job after 10 years with us. So we are now going to be getting a new principal.
Oh.
that could go one way or another.
Yeah,
Exactly. It was funny
for real.
because the girls,
Yeah.
a bunch of us that work together, like we've got a book club group chat. Um, and they were sending
Mhm.
messages like, "Hey, I heard that she got a job here." Like basically like a rumor at that point. And then I knew the one principal that was at a different um school in our district. I can't remember if I shared this with you guys or not. Like she was like an interim, like she stepped up because their principal was sick and out. Well, their school really wanted to keep her when that position opened up. And they were going to make her go through the entire interview process, like interview with other candidates, like even though she was the assistant principal who filled in that role. And she was like, "Yeah, no
Mhm.
thanks. Like I'm not doing this. Like if you don't want me that bad." Like and so she left to go to the
Yeah.
community schools, which she's actually getting paid more. But the mom, who's the nurse at that school, her son plays on Oliver's team, was telling me that their school like petitioned and like fought to keep her. And like basically the staff was ignored. Like the whole staff wanted her and petitioned for her. And I was like, okay. So like that school lost their principal and their assistant principal. Another school in our district lost their principal, and then ours is leaving. So it's like, out of our 6 elementaries, 3 of the principals are leaving. What does that say about our district? Like, that doesn't send a very good, like, and I think this will be a good
Mhm.
change for our principal too. Like, she's relocating up where she lives because she lives an hour away. Like, she ended up, they live out like up on the lake. The lake is their life. Like, But I think at the time, like, she wanted that distance between family life and her work life, which makes sense if she lives an hour away. Like,
Mhm.
whatever she does up there, she's not gonna have kids in our community, like, seeing her out and about. Like, she's very separate work and home life. Like, so I think this will be good for her. It'll be a good change, a good start. But I'm like, a lot of people are excited about having a new principal, and I am too, but you just never know what you're gonna get. And are there
Mhm.
things that we loved and things we didn't like about what we had? Yes, but the grass isn't always greener, and it makes me really nervous. Like, I hope whatever we get or whoever we get will, make a lot of people happy, but that's only gonna last for so long. You can't please everybody. So, it's just gonna be
Yeah.
interesting.
I
But
think it's
yeah, I was
always
like,
interesting. Yeah, I think it's always interesting because you hope that when you get a new principal that they're just going to observe for at least a semester and just see how everything runs, and then make changes as they see fit. Some principals wait a whole year and see. Like I have now had 4 years at my school, and we finally in the 4 years are now having like a repeat principal. Like I've had 3 admins in 4 years. So now going into my 5th year now, like the new admin that's come in is now staying. And it's like, thank you so much because you
Thank
just know what
God.
to
Yeah.
expect. So like to your
Mhm.
point, Alison, it's like you're going into the unknown again. And that's hard. Because
yeah,
now first impressions are like everything.
yeah. I mean, she's been in the 15 years that I've been there, she's been there the last 10 of mine. Like, and I emailed her back, like, I mean, she's been
Yeah.
through a lot of, like, ups and downs through, like, my own personal life and, like, knows. But like you said, and we just got last
Yeah.
year, we just got a new assistant principal, so that was her first year, and now, like, so I'm curious, I haven't heard if she was applying to take over principal, or if she wants to just kinda hang back as assistant principal. I think she would do a phenomenal job, but again, that's not everybody's cup of tea. Sometimes they're like, "I just want to be assistant." So, I don't know, but I mean, and she came
Mhm.
in and she made some changes happen, like, she brought some great ideas, so I'm just curious to know, like, what it's gonna look like.
Oh, yeah. So they've decided to like or open a new position and then reinstate a position in upper admin. And they were interviewing this week for those. And then there are 3 or 4 assistant principal positions open amongst our secondary schools. And then I think even is there a principal position? No, there's not. There's associate principal positions at the high school open. So they're having to have a special board meeting this upcoming Tuesday just to name all these positions. And I'm not sure because like one of the newer higher up positions, I'm wondering if that's gonna because my boss's current boss I don't know if that's gonna, like, shift the hierarchy of, like, who my boss reports to, like, I don't know if she'll still report to that same person, or with this new role, would she report to that other person as well, or would it switch? I have no idea. And so, I know there's gonna be and then some of the people I saw interviewing for it, I don't know if it's gonna, like, shift our upper admin, which you shift up here and it all comes down, so I have no idea. So you said that, and I'm just thinking, yep, we're about to have shifts on Tuesday, and it's so funny. We made the joke. Um, guess we'll see come Tuesday. Guess we'll see come Wednesday morning what happens. Because down my hallway, there's 3 open offices, and I asked because I'm sharing one right now. I asked if I could move to one of the empty ones, but then we found out this week that they're putting in 2 new roles at the building. We know there's 3 secretaries total that are retiring this year. One will be gone by the end of July, and then the other 2 will be gone by the end of December. So, I don't know. That's why we're kinda, like, waiting to see what happens this week because they could easily shuffle their offices too. And so, me and my boss were kind of expecting, like, a full overhaul of our hallway. like people coming in, and she's like, next week may just be noisy and busy, and we may see lots of people come in because who knows, like the 2 new positions they're naming, and then those 2 new positions may need to have secretaries with them as well. So I don't know what that's going to entail. So I don't know if I'll be in my I don't know where I'll be at the end of next week. We'll see. It's gonna be a ride for sure. But this is the time of year. Like I told my principal, my boss, that I was like, this is the time where we still see shuffling. And she's like, yeah. So, because for us, people can no longer move or transfer within our district. I think June
30th,
20.
probably. Well, 29th,
No,
30th.
it's like
What?
25th or something. It's like way sooner. I want to say it's like this next week because we got out earlier. So I want to say they
Oh,
like
yeah.
put it earlier. Now, moving at all, they can't move at all without losing their like license. I think it's the middle of July. So like
Okay.
let's say somebody's in Alvin and they want to go to another district, they can move till the end of July or the middle of July. But like within our district, they can't move without penalty, or they can move without penalties until I think the end of this week.
Oh, because I
So
thought most
I'm
fiscal
like,
years were July 1st.
no, mm-mm.
Oh.
Like ours is different down here. It's weird.
Mm.
I always remember it's like the second to last week in June. So,
I felt like
but
this
no,
coming week movement would be like the most because they have to hire by.
yeah.
That's snoring.
Oh yeah, she's like full on sitting in the recliner right here, just snoring her little heart away.
It's so cute.
Uh-huh. She's living her best life, and I'm just trying to talk over her snoring, storytelling. But okay, can I bring up something totally unrelated to teaching? Have
Yes.
y'all Okay, so y'all know the World Cup's going on. Have
Mhm.
y'all seen on TikTok where all the Europeans are trying American foods? Or have y'all seen where they're trying Texas foods?
No, but now I'm going to because it has been spoken.
Yes, it has been spoken into existence. Your phone's heard it.
Yes.
The TikTok gods will just send you all of it. It has totally made my week. Like I have enjoyed watching all these Europeans trying different American food. And then it had me thinking because they're like going to HEB in Texas for the first time and trying HEB things. And I was like, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to bring some HEB tortillas and some HEB foods that can travel for us when we meet next month. And then we're going to do that on the podcast where we try the food
Yes.
in person, be like, try Texas foods.
Yes. Yes.
I love it.
Let's do that.
So we'll just like have it we're going to be all about the food next month.
Yes. Yes.
I told somebody, I was like, we're going to go meet, we're going to get a run in, and then we're going to eat a bunch of food. I said, that's what it's going to be.
Yeah. I was telling my
Pretty
friends about
much.
that the other day.
Yeah.
Well, when I originally told my husband, because it was like, when I looked at my calendar, I was like, I see that you have a guys' weekend planned that week. I'm like, what's that about? Which is fine because my mom's going to take the boys, like after the concert, she's going to take the boys and they're just going to stay with her for the weekend. And John's going to do his thing and I'm going to do mine. And he's like looking at me. I'm like, what? And he goes, you don't think that's like a little weird that you're just going to go stay with these girls like you've never met? I'm like, no, I don't think it's weird. I'm like, we had to meet at some point, and I don't feel like I don't know them. Like we've been
Mhm.
communicating for over a year. I'm like, I don't think any of them are stalker killers. Like I feel safe. If anything, they thought I was when we started this thing. They should be worried about me. No, but I was
Yeah,
like,
that's true. Yes.
I said, I'll share my location with everybody. Things will be fine. But they're like, I mean, like, he's my, like,
Mhm.
grew up in the city, like, not antisocial, but he is just not one to, like, go do things like that. And I'm just like, everybody else thinks, oh, that's so cool that you guys are going to do that. That's awesome. Like, yeah, it'll be fine. But yeah, I'm excited.
But it's like,
Everyone I've told is like, that's so fun. That's so cool. Like
Yeah.
I've told my boss and my coworker, and they're like, oh, that's great. Like nobody finds it weird. If anything, they're like,
Yeah.
that's so exciting.
Yeah.
I've been doing for the last year. sharing
getting
our
to know
lives.
each other,
I know.
right? With the world or whoever listens to us.
Mhm.
Now, granted, there's behind the scenes that we know
Mhm.
more about than what we share. So we do know each other better than what our listeners
Mhm.
know. But yes, so listeners, next month, special episode where we will all be together live recording and I'm for our like 1 year anniversary. So I'm super excited about it. But yeah, yes. Um,
Yes. Oh my gosh.
yeah, yeah. Also going back to the school related thing, I have already started having the school dreams and nightmares. And I think that's only because I was telling Katie before you got on, Becky, this coming week on Thursday, I have my exam that I have to take. So I've been like studying for that and work.
Mm.
And so I think my mind, like, I have such bad test anxiety. Like, as I was telling my husband, I'm like reading through this study like guide. I'm like, I know all this stuff. Like, it's natural. It's what I do. But when you get to a test and like your mind freezes because you're worried. And so like I have that really bad. And so last night I dreamt that I was taking the test and like you take like all the multiple choice parts and then there's the 3 constructed essays. And I know part of it is because my best friend who took it, she said on her last essay, she's like, I didn't get it completed. Like I like my time, like I put too much into the first one and then I didn't get through all the like the third one. She still passed. But like in my dream when I was taking it, like you do this section and then you turn it in and you get the next section and then you turn it in, which is not how the test works anyways. But then I got through all the sections and then I get to the end to go do the response part and my time was up. Like I couldn't take it. And they're like, well, you automatically failed because you didn't do the written responses. And I was just like sobbing. I'm like, oh my gosh. And I think because like the written response part has me stressed the most on this, not the multiple choice stuff. So I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm already having nightmares about this stupid test. And then I was dreaming that like it was the last day of school. And then all of a sudden we got a notification that we were supposed to come back. Like they messed up on the calendar. I'm like, but my room's packed up. Like, how are we supposed to bring the kids back? I sent all their stuff home. And I'm like, so are you guys going to go back on to the teacher workday? Because we already had a teacher workday and we came. So like, then I was dreaming like our school year got extended. Like the kids were expected to come back. I'm like, I don't even know what to do with the kids. I'm like, all probably because I have this test on Thursday that is giving me like school anxiety. So
Mhm.
and my husband's in Thailand for the week. He leaves on Sunday and he's going to be in Thailand the entire week. And I have
Oh
my test that
yeah.
week. So yeah, he leaves Sunday. Oliver has his last of his baseball. Like, so I think he will get to see the end of his baseball because his tournament next weekend, he plays at 8 and then 12. And John said he should be back by 10 on Saturday. And Saturday's pool play. So he should play Sunday. So John should at least hopefully get to see his very last baseball game. Fingers crossed. So, but yeah, so he's gone. Luckily, my mom's like, I'll help with the boys. I think I'm just going to ask her to keep them overnight. So that Thursday morning when I wake up for my test, like I don't have to stress about
Mhm.
getting them somewhere. I can just be on my own pace. That night before I can relax. But I'm like, why isn't a grown adult am I having such anxiety? It probably doesn't help that my husband's out of town for the full week and I'm prepping for this test. But so yeah, next Friday or when we decide to record,
Yeah.
I will let you guys know. I will tell you how it went. 'Cause it'll be done and over.
Yes.
Ugh.
Oh my gosh. It's gonna go great. It's
I
gonna
know
go
it
so
will.
great.
It's like a kid being a kid all over.
You just need to like done with. Just take it and get it done with, and then I'm sure like a huge weight will be lifted off your shoulders. Because those tests are
I
just
know.
so like you said you have anxiety. I would have dreams like if I before test taking or anything like super important, I'd have dreams that I would be like running late or I wouldn't make it in time. And they like, nope, you didn't make it in time. You don't get to take your test. You have to avoid it. Or, I've had so many dreams like that. Sorry,
I
anxiety
mean,
talking.
yeah. It's like, I remember when I was in college going to take the praxis, like I think about that with my own students when they take like the state standardized testing. Like that was my biggest fear when I moved from first grade to fourth grade. Like, oh my gosh, I have to administer this test to these kids. And like, it's so serious. And like, what if I mess up as a teacher? I was having anxiety about messing up, giving them the test. So it's like, I'm going to lose my job. Like, I'm going to say the wrong thing. I'm going to do the wrong, like, it's testing. It's the worst.
Mm-hmm. It's nerve-wracking.
But it's a good model to
and
my
you
kids. I'm
basically
like,
have
listen.
to strip down when you go into that testing facility.
Yeah. Yeah. I know. My
Yeah.
coworker and I are taking
You
it.
have to give up everything, your watch, your phone, your...
Yeah. We're taking it together that day. So I'm like, get it done early in the summer. I'm glad I did it when I'm doing it because then I can just enjoy.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, I hope you have such a fun time tomorrow for your birthday and the wedding. I did think about you when you were posting about your flight because we have had a bunch of bad weather up here, like all the tornadoes, especially up where you're at. Because we were supposed to get that bad weather on Wednesday and we didn't end up getting any of it because we were supposed to have like tornadoes where we are, but it ended up being further south. And of course you say your, son was like, oh, the rumbling. Hayes was like, I want to see a tornado. I actually kind of want to see one. I'm like, yeah, it's cool, but maybe not like touchdown. So,
Yeah. There was
curious.
a tornado that ripped through Charleston. Yeah. There was a tornado that ripped through Charleston, Illinois, which is where Eastern Illinois University is. And so like I was like, that's far away from Chicago, but still.
Still.
Yeah, it's all the weather.
We had our first
Especially,
name storm.
What, Katie?
We had our first name tropical storm down here.
Oh, yeah.
Arthur.
Who was it? Arthur.
Yep. Now it didn't directly hit us, but we got a lot of rain and they didn't cancel anything, but it like went up into Louisiana. So yeah, we had our first name storm this week. So
yeah.
And it didn't even come from the Atlantic.
No, it came from the Gulf, right?
Like,
yes.
Yeah.
I do feel like through this year of recording, because we're all in 3 different states, like throughout, like just the weather patterns going from Texas to Indiana to Florida, like I feel like I'm becoming like a little meteorologist, like understanding the weather patterns and like it's reaching you first and then it's coming to us, or like it hit us and it's heading your way. Like you just get a little piece of everything, little culture, little Texas, little weather updates all over the place. So we don't learn just about the school environment and the life environment, but we're also learning the weather.
Yes. Okay, I'm excited to report back next week about off campus and the wedding. Okay.
Pretty much the wedding.
We'll eventually talk about off
campus.
campus.
Let's call a spade a spade. We'll be chatting about the wedding. Off campus might have to be a Katie
Listen,
and
I want to let you know I tried.
Conversation.
Maybe.
Or we're just going to have to give you spoilers.
I really do. Listen, all that stuff's predictable anyhow, so
It is.
Okay? It is. And I still like eat it up in a book. So, we will get to it. All right. So until next Friday, which is still June, I have a hard time lining up days and dates this year as well.
Well, teacher brain on summer, you don't know what day it is.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Thanks for sipping and sharing a moment with us today. We can't wait to keep showing up with you each week. Messy, caffeinated, and real.
And if you like what you heard, we'd be so grateful if you'd follow, subscribe, or share this with your teacher bestie, mom group chat, or training partner, or all 3. It helps more people find our little corner of chaos and connection.
Make sure to hit follow so you don't miss next week's episode. And don't forget to connect with us on Instagram at Espresso Yourself Podcast. Tell us what resonated, share your own stories, what topics you want us to cover, or just come say hi.
Until next time, keep showing up,
Keep giving yourself grace.
And espresso yourself.
One
One sip at a
At a
time.
time.